Hi, I'm Lisa Niven Kelly, founder of Beeducation, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the chasing hammer. There are a lot of chasing hammers out on the market, and they tend to look the same in terms of the shape of the head and the handle, but what you want to look for is one where the head is slightly convex, not totally flat, otherwise the edge of the hammer will mar your metal as you're hammering here, and not so convex that the striking area is actually only in the center. So that's why we carry this one here and why we like it so much. You would use a chasing hammer for flattening or forging your metal. You can use the back side for also texturing it, giving it the hammered look, the little dimpled look. You don't want to use this hammer to strike the back of your letter or your design stamp. What will happen is the back of that stamp will mar up the head of your hammer, and you want to keep this pretty pristine and clean, because if there's any dents in this hammer, then when you go to hammer other metal, it will transfer those dents into your metal, where what you're wanting is a nice, smooth, flat look. Here's one example when I might use my chasing hammer on my bench block. I've made a spiral here out of 18 gauge wire with a loop on the top. This is going to be a charm. And I like the flat, dimpled look for this charm. So I'm going to hold it off the side here and hammer it flat. Bring it up to the camera here so you can see. I've just hammered the bottom of my spiral, and now I'm going to texture it with the ball end of the chasing hammer. I would continue with flattening a little further up here and texturing it, but I think you get the idea. Another reason we love the chasing hammer is we like to use the peened edge to give a little textured look on the edge of a blank. I also use it just to texture all over a blank like this guy here. Really love this look, so you'd want to texture your blank a whole bunch with the back of the hammer and then stamp your words if you're stamping. You want to do the texturing first, because if you already have words in here, when you come in and hit all over with your hammer, you could distort the words. So get your texture on there first and then stamp. But for these guys here, this little edge right there, why would you want to do that? Two reasons. One, because it looks super cool. And two, because sometimes you have a blank that might be cut a little sharp, like this is a very thick blank, so there's a little bit of an edge on there. And by coming in and texturing the outside, it's adding texture up here that will take off any sharp edge, and it's also, because it's resting against a bench block, flattening the bottom, so it takes the edge off of there. So let me show you how we do this. You just come in with your chasing hammer and use the ball or peened end here, and you're going to tap along the edge. Now you have to really concentrate so you don't accidentally hit in the middle. So I just try to go right on the edge and start doing it pretty light until you get used to it. I like to come at a little bit of an angle like this, because if I come right on top I might miss. And depending how much texture you want, you can hit even harder. Let me bring this up and show you how that looks. You see that? So you can continue all the way around to have this cool edge finish.